Planet Zoo has been rated E10 Plus by the MSRB for crude humor, mild blood, and mild violence. It has been approved for all persons ages 10 and over. This video is brought to you in part by The Night Sheriff by Phil Foglio. Bartholomew Xenon Land is protected by the Night Sheriff. Day and night, he's burdened by a witch's curse to be aware of all that live and play within the massive fantasy theme park. Now an attack on the park by a monster hunter who knows far too much threatens everything: the guests, the staff, and the supernaturals who take refuge in the park. The Night Sheriff must scramble to uncover not only the source of the threat, but the secrets of the park of which even he was not aware. If he doesn't, he may be doomed. The park may be doomed. And even the world may be doomed. And that's a lot of doom. Go to Amazon.com for your copy today.
Hey kids, this is Jack. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Planet Zoo and the Rainbow Zoo Project. The Rainbow Valley Zoo. I can't even get the names of my own zoos right. Anyway, what we are doing this time is we are going to add an insect and spider house. Kind of like this is, when we added this reptile house, but it is going to be of a different design. That's a good, that's a good design, but it's not what I wanted for the insects. In fact, what we're going to do, I came to the decision was we're not even actually going to have a house. What we're going to do is we're going to have a plaza that embraces all of the insect and spider exhibits, but we're not actually going to have an all-encompassing building. And let's see, what was I looking at? I think I was looking at this path. Was I looking at this path? Was that it? Maybe. Maybe that one. Let me find the right path first, guys. I might just go with the standard path right here. What do you think? Yes? No? Maybe so? So anyway, what I want to do first is I want to lay out some of the basic area. So I got 1, 2, 3, that's 3. Let's do one more, 4. All right, and then what we're going to do is this. All right, we'll do 2 on both sides and hope I have room for it. So, all right. What we're doing is we are laying out, it's going to kind of be an oval. Whoops, not necessarily a circle, although if it does end up going circular, I'll be very glad, but I think it's going to be more like an oval. And what we're going to do is basically we're going to include in the inner area, we're going to include like a dining area, food court, because there's not a food court in this part of the zoo, and if you don't include regular food courts, the guests complain. So I'm thinking while I'm building, and anyway, what I was saying is we're going to build a food court, and then surrounding the food court, we're going to have the various insect displays. All right. Now, we're going to cover all the open areas on the path with shade, with various fabric covers on stands. Like I've lost my words. You have to excuse me. I'm sorry. It happens occasionally. I lose words. I had a stroke 7 years ago, and and I'm not kidding here. I actually had a stroke, and it has affected my ability to use vocabulary. It's sad, I know, but it happens. So, let's see. What I need is to do this now. What are we? Align to grid, selecting grid. And let's take off the square corners so we can have them round. Whoops, that's not working. Wonder why. Now, why would that be the only area I can do this with? That's very strange, you know? Can I do it over here? No, that's very strange. Okay, well, you know what? I will take what we can get. Besides, it has an interesting, it has a bit of an interesting look to it. Look at this. You know? Yeah, let's go all the way out. Why not? No, it won't connect, but that's okay. That's okay. It gives us an interesting shape. It really does. This gives us an interesting shape. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this out. We're going to delete, now that I have a general outline, we're going to take this one out and we're going to take that one out. A warning has just popped up, so let's check out this warning. Research. Okay, the water buffalo research is completed, and that's a good thing because, as you're about to see, we're going to have a lot more research needed. Anyway, let's look at the facilities. I will eventually, well, maybe, you know, I haven't completely decided, but I may eventually go to a time lapse, but for the most part, I'm going to try and do this in real time and hope it doesn't take an hour and a half. If it takes an hour and a half, then I'll go to time lapse. Record a new voiceover. So let's see. Let's drop this back to here. Okay, and what I want to do is I want to balance this out. You see that yellow line on the bottom there? And the two white points? What I'm trying to do is get them to be in a straight line. If I can line it up to the curb. One of the reasons why I use curbs, I know I've had people ask, well, why do you always use curbs? It's so I can do this. It's so I can line up. You see those little white balls at the end of the yellow lines? It's so I can do that. It's so I can line it up and make it look approximately straight. Like so. All right. Now we're just going to move it out just a touch. Let me do that much. Yeah, okay, you see how that's straightened up? How that right there is, it's a straight line, obviously? That's what I was looking for. But what I want to do is I want to bring this back so that it's right there. All right? And that's going to be our drinks. And then I'm thinking, what do you think, hot dogs? We haven't had hot dogs in a while. Mexican food? Baked goods, French fries, pizza. Let's do pizza. And then we're going to put the pizza right there. So now we have a pizza stand and a soda fountain. Soda fountain. Listen to me. All right. Is there any way to take the edge off these curves? I don't think so. No, but that's all right. That's perfectly fine. So let's do this now. Let's get some tables out there, huh? Okay, now what I want to do, I want to use these tables because these look really nice in the desert setting. So we're going to put one here. Put one there. We're going to put another here. There. Can we include one here? No? How about, how about one here? Okay, and a third one there. And then, do I want this one or that one? Which one do I want? How about this? That's cool. Classic? I want to include one of the covers, but I don't know which one I want. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with this one. All right. We're going to sink it down just a touch. And we're going to try and get it centered. And it's this kind of detailing that is going to take us longer than everything else, I have to tell you. So, is it centered at all? No, it's not. Okay. That looks vaguely centered, I think. Yeah, that's vaguely centered. You know what? We're not going to use that. I'll tell you why. We're going to do it from scratch. This is what's going to take a long time. So I'll tell you what, guys. I am, after all, going to turn you over to the to the time lapse, and I will see you later on when I am done. Okay? So I will talk to you in a minute. Enjoy the time lapse, folks. Okay, so here we have the finished exhibit garden. I'm probably going to still add some more landscaping, but I don't know if I'm going to add any more exhibits. Naturally, as with all new things at this point, it's automatically attracting a crowd. They will work out on their own. I did include some picnic tables and some bathrooms and a food place, some garbage cans, all under the shade of the tents. I am going to go in and add some cooling vents like this one, just to get the temperature down, because this is a hot area. But otherwise, I like how this came out. This is exactly what I was, the kind of thing, rather. Not necessarily exactly this, but it was the kind of thing that I had planned. And it worked out pretty well. Excuse me. Let me get a drink. But this sort of open air area, that sounds redundant, but it's not, because I'm using two different. Anyway, this kind of open air semi-plaza is pretty much what I wanted, and it came out looking pretty good, and I like what I got. Am I going to add any more exhibits around the back? I don't know. I do know that I will likely add another habitat back here, which can only be accessed by way of that, and then sling it around this way, so it'll be two different entrances, but people will come through the exhibit area. Anyway, the next animal up for inclusion is going to be the spotted hyena, and I'm looking forward to doing that. I haven't decided precisely where it's going to go yet, but I'm sure it will fit in just fine. So, if you liked what you just saw, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I do look forward to hearing from you. And I'll see you in the next video, which, like I said, is going to be the spotted hyena. Have fun, guys. Bye-bye.